Our main focus, our mission was to get better and improve from one game to the next. I thought we did. We had a good 4 days of practice. It'll probably be one of the last stretches where you get 4 in a row like that. I think it took a little bit of toll on them. It was hard. Yesterday was a struggle getting through that fourth one. We used Saturday, Sunday kind of as a game. We did a lot of just 5-on-5 and hopefully improved as far as our execution goes, conditioning goes. You're still dealing with Davion and Nigel kind of coming back conditioning-wise. But, I've said all along we're good shooters if we get good shots. And, what did we start? 5 for 5 to start it. And we had good open shots, made the right passes, 10 assists on 17 field goals at halftime. Just great depth. Obviously, you look at the starters, plus minus, really impressive, from plus 34, 33, 31, 25. Did a great job with getting us off to a good start, coming back, getting us off to a good start second half. Probably the only disappointing thing, just to finish, finish the game. You've been doing one thing well, just keep doing it. You don't have to go try to reinvent it and make the easy play. We had 11 turnovers second half. You shoot 52. You think about half those possessions. If you cut it even, those turnovers 11-5 or 6, now you get 6 more shots. Now you got 3 more field goals at least, the way we shot the basketball. And that's something we learn about. I love our versatility. I've told you guys since the beginning. We got pretty good depth, and you got 4 in double figures, 3 with 8. Nigel and Marquise 8-2 in assist turnovers. Selton was 6-1 until the end when he just kind of finish the game, do what you're supposed to. So, and it was good to get Ish some open shots to start it. He got us off to a good start. And that's what we see from him, and we just got to find ways to get him good open shots.
Bruce, is there any concern at all with Mike after 2 games?
Mike's played a lot of basketball here, and he's been in a lot of big games. I didn't start him. I told him before. I'm not gonna. One, we've told everyone if you play well, it's only right that the other, you get to start, and we did that from Selton to Mark to Mike. Hey, and then if you play well in the game, you're gonna stay in there. And I thought if I brought him off the bench, maybe it would relax him a little bit. It's just a lot of pressure. He had such, visions of what this was going to be. I still think he's going to have a great year. Now he's got to get through. I was hoping at the end we put him back in. I tried to run a couple of things for him, and I thought he maybe got fouled on that layup. And, just he needs a couple things to go his way, and if that happens, he's gonna help us. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, how key is he and guys like Marquise?
Well, it just is depth. The depth. I thought Marquise has made, in the last 2 weeks, made as much progress as anyone in practice. He wants to do what we want. He gets out there sometimes, and the old habits, the old freedom kind of get in his head. But, again, I think he had 6 assists last game, and now you got 3-1. Pretty good, and then I'm glad he finally got a 3 down, because he really hadn't made one, I think, in the live action here. So, making progress. That's all we can do. We got obviously a tough task on Monday and hopefully Tuesday, but we're going to need them all. We need them all to play well. I was a little disappointed in our defense in stretches. I thought our postie, I was worried about Poor Bear Chandler inside, but we did a great job. I thought Davion and Casey were very, very active. And that's the other thing. Those two as a combined two-headed monster, you got 16 points and 11 rebounds. That's pretty good from your 2 5s. And good shooting, too. 3 for 3, 4 for 7 for Davion. So 7 for 10 between the two. that's pretty productive.
Seems like a lineup of Pack, Selton, Mark, Ish, and Bradford could really compete with a lot of teams this season. So, I mean, how important will they be, especially considering you have, a top-flight team coming up on Monday?
Well, I believe that our depth is going to be key, and they have great depth, Arkansas, and they come at you a lot of way. They scored 53 today in the second half, and the guy coming off the bench was the leading scorer. From what I understand, just talking to Coach Henderson after the game in the locker room. So they have good versatility, and hopefully we can match that. And obviously that you want to get into some kind of rotation and consistency. That's what good teams have. But I also hope that our depth and the versatility of our guys is a real positive as we move forward.
27 threes from Omaha. Was that a result that many from good defense? And could you ever have guessed that they would have shot 27 tonight?
I thought they would go inside more, but our interior defense was pretty good. You get behind, you play a little free and loose, and you put them up pretty quick. They're feisty, and I think the best thing, we had that big lead, and then they made a run on us. And we told them, hey, Ball State, they're down 30. We showed them the score. A lot of times we hide scores, but we showed them the score where you're down 29. And then we showed them the score. They got the ball 3 times down 2. And so we kept telling them they're not going to quit. They're feisty. I like their guys. Coach has got them. They really pushed the ball. I thought our second group struggled with the transition defense. Getting back, and they put a lot of pressure on us. So, it's a good, again, every game's a learning lesson. Keep improving. Overall defensive numbers are still pretty good. You hold them to 34%, 40 is, from 3, we've been a little better than that. But we did some good things. But we obviously got to be better as the competition gets better.
Coach, there was a period in the second half with Marquise where he got a steal and then he tried to throw it down the court. It was a turnover, and then he gets a charge. Just how do you control him? Is controlled chaos?
Yeah, I think that, I think you asked the other, you say he did good things, he did bad things. And now it's consistent. And, I right away when he got it and the guy was open, he should have thrown it. But now if you wait, you can't throw it. So now value the ball, and that's something he's got to learn. I think him, Selton, a couple of Mark even, you don't have to make a big play every time you touch it. And like I say, he is really trying to do what we ask. He's, trying to figure out stuff. And again, you saw tonight, we have some guys that can make plays. They just started switching everything. So now, that last year and even the year before, we had to manufacture everything. Now, when they go make plays like that, Nigel, they make a run, Nigel comes back in, boom, 3. Goes, makes the, right play, jumps up and makes it. Then it makes it easier on me as a coach, and I don't have to, manufacture everything. We ran a couple new sets, we tried to keep just scoring off of our basic motion, our basic ball screens, and get that better. And then we can, later on, if you got to add some other sets and that, you can hopefully be a little better and execute.
Bruce, you kind of touched on it in that answer there, but just outside of a couple of late game turnovers, just how good was Selton as a facilitator?
Well, he's 6-1 and going into the last stretch, and one was probably maybe Luke's fault, he didn't run, but I told him it's your turnover because you threw it away. And even the one he threw to Davion, he got mad. Davion in the first half, Davion didn't catch it. Hey, it's a big guy. You can't throw it down. You got to throw it up, and he's wide open. That one, if he makes the right pass, now it's 7. Again, he gives us another point. He gives us a guy that can get to the hoop and make plays. The one thing, his pull-up is way better, but he's got to catch and shoot. I think he was 4 for 4 between Pitt State and last week from 3, and yet he'll catch it and turn shots down. Now, he made a great pass to Casey to start the half, but he was wide open. We always say there's no more open than open. And, we need you to step up and make those shots. But he's good defensively. But again, finish the game, stay mature, guard people, do what you do well. And hopefully he'll learn from that.
Coach, over the half of the points in the first half came in the paint. Was that part of the game plan to get Casey and Davion involved? Or
We didn't, I showed them the last two games we've kept track, and I've never done this before, paint touches. And when, I think it was the first game, Pitt State, when we got a paint touch, we scored like 65% of those possessions. We got 2 paint touches, we scored even more. And then last game it was the same thing. We were only like 40 when we didn't have a percentage scoring when we didn't have a paint touch. So that's again, move the ball, attack, use the big guys, get to the basket. Hopefully we can make some improvement. I know we've made improvement practice. Now we'll see on Monday where we're at.
Coach, as you move forward going into the week in Kansas City, a lot of these guys have never been a part of a tournament. How much of a challenge is it for you as a coaching staff to get ready for them?
Well, it's a great opportunity for our guys. We got, that's why you come here. And, I wish it would be Monday, Wednesday, where you have a little time to recover and keep preparing. But it is what it is. It's the same for both teams. And, you got to get ready. But we have to do a great job. My last message, our preparation on Friday, Saturday, Sunday has to be big time. We can't prepare on Monday. I'm going to get ready. One of our big emphasis this week, I don't rise up for the big game. I rely on my training, my preparation, daily discipline, habits, execution. And that's what we got to do now the next 3 days. And we can't kill them because you got 2 games in 24 hours. But, what they do, they have to be very, very focused.
Just looking ahead with the new roster, do you think these guys are ready for this test next week?
And that's one of the reasons I've played Oregon in the scrimmage. We wanted a high-level team. Obviously, they didn't look very high-level last night, but we felt instead of playing another exhibition game, we wanted to have a high-level team that we had to get ready for, and we were ready for them. I thought we played at a high level, and I told them, not only the preparation, but we have to guard them. We got to rebound. We got to play harder than them, and then the offense will come. We got enough weapons to make shots. Should be fun, going to Kansas City. Our fans have always showed up there, and I know it's not just a regular game that we've hosted, but one of the key games of my career here was, and Shane, Will, all those Thomas kids, they all talk about the Florida game, was to go there. What were they, 7 in the country, something like that, to go there and win that game before almost a full house. It really helped us take a big step as a team. So this great opportunity for our guys playing Kansas City, great arena, good teams, see what we're about, but it's not going to be the end of the season. There's a long way to go, whether you have success or you don't, long way to go. I think we've seen that in football. 5 weeks ago, you guys were not very positive in the media about the football team. And now, all of a sudden, they're really, really good. And they could have a special season the next 2 games. So that's coaching, that's teams. Credit Coach Kleiman, staying the course. And that's what I'm just saying. We have to keep the journey moving forward and get ready for Arkansas. See what happens after that.
I have a question for
Zoom.
So looking at Eric back there to answer. This is a question about Arkansas. What do they do well, and what do you have to key on in pride?
Well, again, they're versatile. They come at you in a lot of different ways. Coach gives a lot of freedom to his guys, and they got guys that can make plays. Obviously, at 93 points against Northern Iowa, has been one of the most disciplined teams in the Missouri Valley for many, many years. So they have guys that can make plays, and they have a little zipper like we do in Marquise, and that guy can, you know, make some plays. I have, usually I don't look ahead, but I have sneak previewed a couple games with Coach Henderson, and hopefully good preparation. We got to stay in front of them, make them earn things, and then we're going to have to deal with, you know, with their switching and their versatility on the defensive end.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.